U.S. General Micheal Langley, speaking in Kenya, said Africa must allow U.S. military bases because, in his words, the continent isn't mature enough to fight insurgency or handle advanced military tech. Let that sink in. Africa, labeled too weak to defend itself on its own land. Is this partnership, or power play, support, or strategic control? Why is Africa always told it needs saving, never trusted to lead? Is this the price of peace, or the cost of sovereignty?
Gaddafi died in honor, fighting for the Libya that he believed in. They would never have won if NATO was not bombing day in and day out. Brother Ali Baghdadi, that is a writer and a great Arab writer, said they bombed Libya back to the Stone Age. We were in Libya. We saw Libya being built from the ground up. We witnessed what this man did for the Libyan people. And for NATO to have bombed it like this, watch for Halliburton, watch for Bechtel, watch for the vultures of London, England, and France, and others trying to rebuild the infrastructure that they purposely destroyed, which is against international law.
Look at Chad, Burkina Faso, Mali, Mauritania, Niger. In a lot of these countries, the coup is led by someone we trained. And just months after this photo was taken in 2021, he led a coup in Guinea and threw out the leader. Does that concern you?
Congressman, core values is what we start off with in IMA programs.
Do we share core values with Colonel Doumbouya?
Core values. I will repeat that.
He led a coup.
We do.
How many coup leaders our taxpayers have funded the training for?
Let me say, there's no correlation and there's no causation of U.S. training to these members.
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out, because in like a dozen countries, the coup leaders are people we trained.
But there's no correlation or causation of U.S. training to a coup happening, period.
When Obama announced the death of Gaddafi, he said this.
Today, the government of Libya announced the death of Muammar Gaddafi. This marks the end of a long and painful chapter for the people of Libya, who now have the opportunity to determine their own destiny in a new and democratic Libya. For 4 decades, the Gaddafi regime ruled the Libyan people with an iron fist. Basic human rights were denied, innocent civilians were detained, beaten, and killed, and Libya's wealth was squandered. The enormous potential of the Libyan people was held back, and terror was used as a political weapon.
Okay. Libyan wealth was squandered away from people's prosperity. He says, well, actually, it turns out Libyan wealth was squandered away from Western prosperity. That's why the Obama administration went after the Gaddafi administration.
Yo, my good people, you know what? Sometimes I take things like a joke, because a great continent like Africa, a country with rich minerals and resources, all kinds and types of resources, the country that has the great military leaders, military systems, the country that has different weapons. How can some people come and say that Africa cannot depend on itself? How can they say that Africa, when it comes to military issues, it's very, very young? It cannot do anything by itself. So why do they insisting to help Africa? Why? When Malcolm X Jr. came in and he was taken away, what was his mission? His mission was to lead Africa, was to unite Africa. When Thomas Sankara came, what was his mission? Was to lead and unite Africa. So why, if they believe that Africa cannot stand by itself, Africa cannot produce someone who can unite Africa, who can lead Africa, then why are they taking down all the African leaders, all the revolutionary leaders who are coming out to stand by Africa, if they so believe that Africa cannot stand by itself? So why at this time we have Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso is trying to speak the matter of unity? Why are they after his life? Why are they looking after his life each and every day? You know, the problem of people from the West, when an African leader, any of African leaders come in and start to speak something that is called unity, that's when you become a threat to the world. That's when you will become a threat to the West. That's when you will become a threat to the world, simply because you speak about unity. Because according to my thoughts, you know, the white people always think that when Africa unites, then we are going to revenge, maybe for whatever they have did to African community since the colonization periods, during the slavery time, you know, all those things that they have did toward the African and the black community. No, that's not our mission. That's not our ambition. That's not our attack. What we as Africans and the black people community at large, we are only fighting for the freedom and independence of a black man. We are only fighting for the freedom and independence of African community. We are only fighting for the good leadership. When we can only have this, then we have nothing else to speak about. We have nothing else to ask. We don't need any help from foreign powers. Because this agenda could have happened long time ago. This agenda of uniting Africa could have happened long time ago, if they could have not been interfering with African revolutionary leaders who wake up each and every day. If they could have not threatening the African leaders, the revolutionaries who are working each and every day, who are standing and speak the matter of the black unity. My white people, our white people, we love you very much. We as Africans, we love you very much. We appreciate you for whatever you have did to African community, for whatever you have did to the black community all that long. We appreciate, we are grateful for that. But at least for once, try to leave African community alone. As you say that African continent cannot stand by itself, they cannot defend themselves, then try at least once to leave them and do their things alone. Try them and watch how they organize themselves. Then if we fail to achieve what we are craving for, then you have the right to come and bring your help. You have the right to come and declare whatever you are claiming for, that you can do to make the African community strong enough. When Micheal Langley was in Senate, he was asked this question: why are the coup leaders who are happening in Africa, all those coup leaders that have taken the African countries, that who have overturned powers and take over the governments, they have all trained in US military forces. So it means that Micheal Langley and America, they have something in common with the coup leaders of Africa, because they are the one who are training them, and later they are the one who are coming out to take over the governments of their countries. So it means that this guy is the one who is training these people, and then they have something with them. He has some communication with them for whatever they are doing in Africa. He is aware of it. He knows what is happening. And later he's coming here to say that he is condemning what is happening in the name of coup attempts or coup leaders. and he was denying all the statements that were made before him. But there was an evidence, a pictures of him with the leader of Guinea, not just far, but a few years before his coup a success in Guinea. So this means that these people, they are playing with the mind of Africans, but they know what they are doing. Africans are the one who are suffering. Africans are the one who are dying in these processes. Africans are the one who are suffering in the hands of this coup and all that sorts that are happening in Africa. But at the end of the day, the white people, they know very well what is happening, what's really happening. And that's why they're coming out to say that Africa cannot do itself. They need some people, they need them. We need them to survive. We need them to make our governments and everything for, that is concerns us strong. Micheal Langley said clearly that Africa cannot fight for itself. Africa, all African leaders are corrupt. Who are making African leaders to be corrupt? Of course, they are the white people. They are them. They are the cause. The white people are the cause of everything that is happening in Africa. And we know that. That's why I said earlier that if they believe that we cannot do without them, then we ask one permission, we ask one chance. Let Africa stand by itself just for once and try to see if they can do without you or they cannot do without you. Then from there, we will know the results, and we will know what to do next. All these leaders that I have mentioned before when I started this video, all they had one mission, and their mission, before their destruction, they had just one mission. And if they believe, the West powers, if they believe that Africa cannot stand themselves, they cannot defend themselves, then if they believe that Africa cannot do so, then why they destroy them? They could have left at least them for once and see what they can do. As per now, we are having itself of Burkina Faso, and what he's trying to do is what the other leaders were trying to do. What he's trying to do today is what it's what Malcolm X was trying to do. It's what Kwame Nkrumah was trying to do. It's what Lumumba of Congo was trying to do. Then, if you believe that we cannot do without you, then we as African, we are saying today that don't interfere with the mission of itself.Traore, and let's see for the few years coming, where will Africa be? Where will the status of Africa will be? Where will everything that Africa is trying to do will be? We believe in ourselves, and we are ready to prove to the world. We are ready to prove to the world that what you have saying and thinking about Africa is not what is it. That's not what is it. On behalf of African community and black people today, I'm not just saying this, but a lot of people have said it. And I'm sure that if you have passed through and see these kind of videos, you are seeing what people are talking about. All the people in African youths, what you are seeing in African streets, these youths are demonstrating each and every day. They're not doing this just because there is a demonstration, but they are doing this because they believe in themselves. itself.Traore is only 37 years old, but what he has tried to do and show in kind of leadership, it has bring hope in African youths. We have come to know that we as youth, we can decide to do this. If we can decide to take this path, if we can decide to take this way, then, and we believe in ourselves, then we can do it. We can achieve it. Whatever our ancestors and founders and freedom fighters started to doing towards African community, their life were taken short. They were destroyed. They were assassinated without completing their missions, without achieving their dreams. And we as here, the new generation, we are here to achieve their dreams. Wherever they are, we are believing that their spirits are supporting us. We are believing that they're standing with us. So when we stand on the streets, when we demonstrate each and every day, we are not alone. We are hoping that we are together with the spirits of our ancestors, all the freedom fighters. They paid their life for this to happen. They paid their life as a sacrifice for this to happen. What the intention was to make Africa the best place. What their dreams was to make the best Africa, to left the best African continent for their generation. But they were not left this to happen. Those days, the people from the West, or our colonizers and our enemies, they managed to do this just because those people never had the supporters. They never had numbers. But take a look at what is happening today in Africa. Every country in Africa has stand up. Only the leaders are the ones who are failing Africans. But the common citizens have joined hands together. We have united. We have united, and now we know what we want. We know the history of Africa, and we will not allow this to happen to the coming generation, and to our lives today. Whatever happened, it happened. We forget about it. We will not live praising Thomas Sankara for what he did. We will not live praising the legacy of Thomas Sankara, Lumumba, and Kwame Nkrumah. They are no longer. They are no more. So what we have to do is to support who are there, the people that we are having today, the people who are there, who are standing for the Africa, who are standing for the interests of Africa. These are the people that we have to stand with them. These are the people we have to support them. And that's why you are seeing the world today is standing with Ibrahim Traore. So whatever you think that Africa cannot do without you, then just it's a matter of time. Then the time will tell. Because this time around, no one is going to retreat. No one is going to surrender until we achieve the main agenda. And the main agenda was the unity of Africa, as we started by saying the hashtag Free Africa, hashtag Free Burkina Faso, and hashtag Freedom of Africa. Just tell me what you have in the comment section. Let's communicate. Let's discuss about this, because we are doing this each and every day just because we love Africa and we need the best Africa. We don't need the Africa that our forefathers and ancestors left in a status that where their spirits are up to date. They are just regretting. They're just mourning for what happened to them. But as long as we are here, as long as we have started this, we are not going to surrender it. We are not going to retreat it soon until we have this agenda in our hands. Big up to Ibrahim Traore, big up to Julius Malema, big up to Dr. Rikana, big up to Julius Malema for standing with Africa. Despite all the intimidation and threats that they are facing, we are here for you. And this is not a matter of Ibrahim Traore and Thomas and Julius Malema, but it's a matter of each and every African youth, each and every black person, wherever you are in Africa, in diaspora, in Europe, wherever you are, as long as you believe in black affairs, in black matters, then we have to walk in the same path, and we have to accomplish this mission. By doing this, we will leave a legacy that our generation, the coming generation, will live praising the legacy that we will make, and the world will prove that they had wrong belief towards Africa. Stay tuned until next time. Until next episode. If you have not subscribed to the channel, do this at least to get verified and notified for all updates that is coming out concerning African community. We are doing this because we love Africa, and we are still doing it African way. Stay tuned.